All right, we'll start sitting nice and tall. Feet can be flat on the floor. Hands can be on the thighs. You can also stand for all of these too, remember. We're just gonna start with some light shrugs up and down. We're not gonna squeeze and hold like we usually do. Just some nice little shrug up, let them fall. Taking some deep breaths. All right, instead of up and down, now we're gonna go forward. We're gonna roll them forward, which I know is what we don't usually want to do, and then open them up and squeeze your shoulder blades. Roll them forward, open them up. Again, not like squeezing too hard, just wiggling them a little bit forward and back. And when you can relax those shoulders, and we're gonna do some slow circles with that neck, drawing some big circles, big O's with that chin. Nice and slow on these, especially when you're looking up. And if looking up is a little bit too much, that's fine. You can kind of go back and forth looking over that shoulder and then looking over the other shoulder, avoiding that upwards motion if you need to. Deep breath here. And then let's flip it, flip direction. Very controlled, taking those breaths. Good, go ahead and shake that out. And we're gonna go back to those shrugs, bring them up and down, nice and easy. Maybe a tiny bit more squeeze at the top on this one. Try to let them fall all the way though in between. So when you shrug up, make sure that they relax all the way. You can almost feel like those tips of the shoulders are going down to the floor off of that bony part. And then when you're ready, we're gonna go forward, roll them forward, and then open up that chest. Maybe notice if one shoulder doesn't want to move as much as the other one. I'm definitely noticing that. A little uneven. Good. Go ahead and relax those shoulders down. All right, we're going to do wrists, work into those wrists, a couple wrist twirls. And then we're going to clasp those hands, flip them so the palms face the computer and stretch. And then give them some twirls, maybe like 2 to 4. Clasp and stretch. A little dynamic stretch here. Twirl and stretch. One more. All right, we're going right into a freestyle. We're gonna do some swimming. So this elbow is gonna come behind us and up and over and then point towards the computer or wherever you're facing. Testing out that shoulder movement, what it feels like today. The idea is to bring it up over top of the head, but of course, if you need to, you can keep it more level with the shoulder. All right, moving into our breaststroke. We're gonna bring the tips of the fingers together, bring those palms together, push them forward, flip the palms, push that water away. Bring them through the middle, palms together, towards the computer, push it away. Open up that chest. When I push the water, I exhale. That will help me from leaning back into that low back. We want to keep that belly a little bit tight there. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. One more here. And when you're ready, we're going right back to that freestyle. Bring it up and over. Swim it out. All right, switching back to that breaststroke, palms together, bring it through, push that water away. Bring it through, push that water away. Squeeze those shoulder blades. About two more here. Making sure you breathe. Good. Go ahead and let those arms rest for a second. We're going to do a little bit of a twist. So I'm going to bring left hand over to left knee. All right. And then I'm going to take the right hand and arc it up and over, big rainbow arc, reach behind me, and then arc it back and bring the right hand to the left knee. All right. Arc it open, big inhale, big exhale, left hand comes to the right knee. Open it up. That same side that your hand is on that knee. Big arc. Nice and controlled. Right hand to left knee. Open it up. Keeping that belly button pulled in. Every time I cross the hand, when I finish my arc, even up your sides. And when you're ready, we will meet up into this butterfly hand position, clasping the hands behind the base of the neck. And we're going to continue with a little bit of that twisting kind of core work. You're going to pull the belly button in and you're going to rotate the right elbow towards the left knee. Maybe it doesn't quite reach it. All right. And then inhale back to the middle. Exhale, left elbow over to the right knee. Little twist, little oblique work. Inhale in the middle. Exhale and twist. Not a huge twist, right? Just enough where I can feel that exhale squeezing those diaphragm muscles down. And I use that breath to pace myself. So inhaling here in the middle, exhaling as I twist. Couple more. Try to let the shoulders relax away from the ears if you can. If you find that you're kind of scrunching up, even out your sides. And then we're going to keep the elbows up here for a little bit longer, but we're going to let it relax a little bit. So we're going to go into that cat-cow. So you're going to round it out. And then inhale, open it up. Maybe those elbows fall back a little bit more. So our cat-cow with the butterfly. If the arms are bothering you, you could let them fall to the knees and do our traditional cat-cow. Good. When you've finished, go ahead and let those arms fall, give them a little break. And how we doing on time? Oh, good. All right. We're gonna do a little bit of a bicep pump here. We're gonna make some fists. All right. We're gonna open the elbows and close them. And I want you to kind of move at a steady pace so that it's controlled, but also a little bit faster, a little bit faster than some of our other moves we do. Whenever I say go slow, right? Go slow. So we're just gonna get a little bicep pump going. Open the elbow and close it. Get a little rhythm. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to get the back of the arm, the tricep working. So we're going to bring those hands behind us. You might need to go outside of your chair arms here. And then we're going to pulse to the ceiling. All right. So that kind of airplane arms, we call this, out to the side on either side of those arm chairs, and then push them up to the ceiling when palms are facing up. Shoulder blades are going to squeeze a little bit here, but we're really focusing on the arm. And go ahead and let them relax. Make those fists and open and close. Back to the biceps. Try to keep those fists throughout. Don't forget about that posture. Little posture check-in. Make sure our crown of the head is reaching tall. And a couple more. And when you're ready, bring those arms behind you. Palms are going to flip up. Go outside of the chair. And we're going to pulse to the ceiling. Again, we're trying to work that back of the arm opposite the bicep, the tricep. You can even lean into it a little bit. If you want to lean that chest over those knees just a hair, keep that belly button pulled in if you do that to protect the low back. That'll allow you a little bit more gravity pushing against those muscles, so a little more resistance. Good, go ahead and relax. All right, let's bring one arm across. I got my right arm across. We're gonna hook other arm over and stretch it out. Good, couple deep breaths here. We're gonna take that same arm, sweep it up overhead, give yourself a pat on the back. Other hand is gonna come guide it, stretching the back of the arm, that tricep that we just worked a little bit. Good, go ahead and stretch that arm out. Let's bring the palm forward. One little stretch here through the forearm, maybe even into the bicep a little bit, and let it rest. Bringing that left arm across us, hook the other arm under, and kind of let it fall, kind of cradling it. Stretch it through that arm. Deep breaths here. Let it relax. And when you're ready, we'll take it. We'll sweep that same arm overhead. Give yourself a pat on the back. And the other arm comes to the top if you want, and pulls that elbow in a little bit to get the back of the arm. Good, big inhale, big exhale, let it reach forward, open up that wrist towards the computer, stretch that forearm a little bit if you need to, and twirl it out.